With Christmas being just around the corner and Black Friday being tomorrow, there is no better time to go over the best LEGO Star Wars sets for the holiday season. But before that, let's go over the best places to buy your sets from so you get the best bang for your buck. The first place I would recommend you getting your LEGO sets from is Lego.com. Insiders Weekend, where there was double LEGO VIP or Insiders points, was last weekend, so unfortunately that doesn't carry over to this weekend with it being Black Friday. But if you do buy from Lego.com, be sure to sign up for the LEGO Insiders program so you can get points and cash back on your purchases for future LEGO. As well as they are few and far between, but there are a couple of sales that I have seen on Lego.com. They're just very few and not for very much. But if you do buy from Lego.com, a lot of times, including this weekend, which I'll show right now on screen, there are some gift with purchases if you are at all interested in those. And now the other place where I would primarily buy my LEGO sets from, and in my opinion is the best place to buy your sets from, is Amazon. They have very fast shipping. A lot of the sets right now are already 20% off, and I think Amazon is also your best bet for finding Black Friday deals. And then, of course, besides shopping at those two places, just keep your eye out for any Black Friday or Cyber Monday deals, as those are happening all the way throughout this week and this weekend. Alright, now let's move into the sets at different price ranges. Now for our first category, I have sets that are under $25. First up, I have set 75346, being the Pirate Snub Fighter from The Mandalorian Season 2. Right now, it is on Lego.com, 30% off, so it's right there at $25, and I think this is a great set. It's just a decent ship that's good swooshability, not super expensive, and it's also from The Mandalorian, even though it is from Season 3. Next up, we have set 75391, which is Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter, and I think this is a really great set, super cheap. For a microfighter, the build is actually pretty decent, as well as it comes with the Captain Rex minifigure, which any Clone Wars fan would already want. And if they don't have this set already, it's definitely a great pickup. For our next category, we have under $50, and my first recommendation is set 75388, being Jedi Bob Starfighter. This is a little bit of a meme character, but any LEGO fan really should know who this is. But this is a great place as they remade Jedi Bob, and this is a great set to pick him up in, as well as the build being a very nice build from the Star Wars show, Rebuild the Galaxy. This one comes in at $40, and it's really great to be getting that Jedi Bob. Next up, we have set 75372, which this is a great army builder, being the Clone Trooper versus Droids Battle Pack. This is one of the best value sets you can get. For $30, you get 6 droids and 4 Clone Troopers, which is just a great deal, as well as you actually get a few nice vehicles, and any Clone Wars fan will say this, you can never get too many of these to build both your clone and droid army. And if you know any Clone Wars fans, these will be much appreciated no matter how many they already have. Next up, we have 40755, which is the Imperial Dropship versus Rebel Speeder, and this is a great set, again, because you get 3 Stormtroopers and 3 Rebels, which is unfortunately not the same value that you would get from a Battle Pack, but the builds do look pretty good in my opinion, and you are getting some pretty good figures to build both your Imperial and Rebel army. And finally, for the $50 and under category, we have set 75361, which is the Mandalorian Spider Tank from Mandalorian Season 3. It comes with 3 great figures, especially if you're a fan of the Mandalorian. It comes with the newest Mandalorian with all of the arm printing, including the Darksaber and face print, which is really great. A really awesome Bo-Katan minifigure and a Grogu if you don't already have one, as well as the build is very accurate to the show, and I think it looks really good. Even if you aren't the biggest fan of Season 3, I still think the build is very solid. Moving into the category of under $100, we start with the display category. So these sets are better to get for maybe older fans of LEGO that enjoy more of the displaying part of this set than actually playing with them. First up, we have 75352, which is the Emperor's Throne Room from Return of the Jedi. This is such an iconic scene, and this just will look good anywhere on display. I really like the build. The whole back window behind the Emperor comes with Luke, the Emperor, and Darth Vader, that you can just make that iconic scene, and it's a great piece to have for display. Next up, we have set 75356, which is the Executor Mini Super Star Destroyer. This set, I think, is really good, and it's actually personally on my list. I think it looks really great as a display piece. It just has a great display ability with the Super Star Destroyer just being an awesome looking ship, especially shrunken down to that midi scale. It looks very good. Again, this one's on my list, and this set retails for $70. And finally, for the display section, we have Captain Rex's helmets at $75349. And this is really great for any Clone Wars fan, as of course, if they are a Clone Wars fan, they gotta love Captain Rex, and this one goes for $70. Now moving into the play section, we have set 75387, which is the Boarding the Tantive 4. This is a great hallway scene with an awesome amount of playability, really great figures. We're getting 2 Stormtroopers and 2 more Rebel Troopers, and this one is really great, and again, from another iconic scene from Star Wars. And I would really recommend this to any kid, as this is just a really great play set with great figures. Next up, we have set 75347, which is the TIE Bomber. I think this is a really amazing set. Looks phenomenal. The play functions are there. The figures are there. Just looks really great, and this is a fantastic set that I would definitely recommend, and this one goes for $65. Now for above $100, starting with the display category, I have set 75398, which is the buildable C-3PO, and 75379, which is the R2-D2. Together, these will cost you $240, but this is a really, really nice combo. You could put them on any shelf. They just look really amazing, very iconic, just like amazing duo, and they look great together. Next, moving into the play section, we have 75357, which is the Ghost and Phantom 2, which is just great for any Rebels fan or Ahsoka fan, as I think this is a more iconic ship now. It's became after the Ahsoka show, and I think this is just a really good playset in general. Next up, we have set 75337, which is the ATTE. You can see 2 of them behind me. This is a really phenomenal set, besides the fingers, which people have had some problems with, but this is a great display piece, and this is a great playset, and I would highly recommend for anybody who is a Clone Wars or prequels fan that doesn't have one already. And finally, we have 75394, which is the new Imperial Star Destroyer from August of this year. And I would just recommend this to any Star Wars fan. It's a Star Destroyer. Anybody would love a Star Destroyer. Now moving into the section of UCS, this is primarily for adults or people who have a lot of money to spend on LEGO. These are all really great display pieces, and I would recommend all of them. Starting out, we have set 75313, which is the AT-AT. The UCS AT-AT, unfortunately, is out of stock, and it is retiring at the end of this year. So, unfortunately, it will probably not be in stock again at LEGO.com, but if you look on any secondhand resellers, you might be able to find one for around retail price, and I would highly recommend this, as this is one of, if not the best UCS set of all time, and it's just so iconic and looks amazing. Next up, we have set 75367 of this year, the Venator class Star Destroyer. Again, really phenomenal build, looks amazing, great for any prequel or Clone Wars fan, and I have been a huge fan of this, and I've seen online many other people being very excited about this set. And finally, we have the UCS Razor Crest, and this is really great for any fan of The Mandalorian, and I just think this is a really nice display piece, just like all the other UCS sets, but specifically if you know or you are a fan of The Mandalorian show, I would highly recommend this, as this is his ship, and it's very iconic now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will try to leave all of the links down in the description for all of the sets, and thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.